Very near and dear to my heart to be here at Otis as one of my first speaking engagements. Won't be the last, but it definitely needed to start at home, so I'm very grateful for that. The reason we're here tonight is because of my book. I did author a book, which I'm sure you all know about, Onward into the Light. And this is basically a story about many things. It's a love story, first of all. It's the story of myself and a man who changed my life simply by loving me. And that was Michael Tyrone Johnson, better known as Tiger to most of the people in Norwich. He taught me how I am supposed to be treated. He taught me how I am supposed to be loved. He taught me how to love. He absolutely changed me. The mere fact that I could stand up here in front of all of you right now and speak should tell you what he did for my life. On his 57th birthday, which was July 30th of 2014, he passed away very unexpectedly. And from that point, I went from being on top of the world, in love and happier than I'd ever known, to plummeting to darkness. I quite honestly wanted to die. And I asked God repeatedly to please take me, because I couldn't bear being here in that much pain. It was so unnatural for me. And when I say that, I know people probably think that I contemplated suicide. It was never anything like that. I just didn't know how to cope with feeling that badly all the time. Grief is something that defies explanation. No one in this room grieves the same way. We all grieve in our own way, in our own time. It's as unique as a fingerprint, in all honesty. It's just such a personal experience. And when someone says to you, I know how you feel, it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have any idea. I did decide to go ahead and have a reading done, a spiritual reading done, because what I needed to know most of all was that Tiger was okay. I needed to know he was good. He was okay. And the decision that I made to do that was a difficult one, because I was raised to think that that wasn't probably the right type of thing to do. But it absolutely changed my life, because when I did that, and I did hear from him, and I did get confirmation that he is okay, and he is aware of what I'm going through, and he is with me, and he is encouraging me, it was like it gave me permission to go on living. And I'm not sharing that because I am trying to convert anyone or get anyone to believe the way I believe. Absolutely not. That's not what this is about. That's not what the book is about. It's just sharing my own truth. If there's anything that anybody in this room wants to do, don't wait and sit around and say, I don't have the money, or I don't know how. Just do it. Start the process, and you'll be amazed at how things will come together for you, because that's what happened to me. Again, I had no knowledge of how to write a book. I had no resources of how to publish a book, but I just did it on faith. And lo and behold, I have a book. What my website is based on is just positivity and gratitude. The two biggest things that we could ever do to improve our life experience really is to stay grateful for what you already have. Never mind looking for the next thing. Stay grateful for what you already have, and you're going to attract so much more to be grateful for. That I can't put it any simpler than that. My heart and soul is in this book. Anyone who's read it will recognize that. My heart and soul. I just put myself out there because it had to be told. Not just because of my grief experiences, but because of Tiger as well. You know, Tiger grew up in Norwich, and he used to laugh about it and say the myth of Tiger Johnson, because everybody thought they knew Tiger Johnson. And I think my book paints a little bit of a different picture of the real man, of what he was about, and what a good heart, and what a big heart, you know, he had. He had, my granddaughter worshipped the ground he walked on, literally, and still does, and will never forget him. If you see a coworker or something and their hair looks really nice, tell them. You know, a lot of good it's doing them that you're thinking they look nice. Tell them. Compliment each other. You know, I mean, I can't stress enough how important that is, because we don't know. We don't know when it's going to be our time, and we don't know. So the best advice that I could give you from my experience of being with him and us always sharing our thoughts and our feelings is to speak your mind. If you love someone, let them know.
I had an experience 3 years ago where I lost a person that I was with.
Right.
And I was like, I gotta read this book. So like when Opalese was opening and she said you were gonna be there, the food's good, don't get me wrong. I had to get there to get the book more than anything. And then when I got the book and I was reading it, it just, I don't know, for me it made me feel good, because some of the stuff that you did, I went to get a spiritual reading,
right.
You know, and it just made me feel like I wasn't alone.
There are some who are misled by the myth, but don't know the man.
Mm-hmm.
And listening to you describe him takes away the myth. Because when you see Tiger, for those of you who know, he's a big fella. And he is a very intimidating looking fellow. But it takes a very unique person to get to know, to get past all of that and know Tiger Johnson. She knows him.
Yeah.
She knows him.
Yes.
I know. And you did an excellent job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're with someone and you think you know everything and you don't. And for me to read that book, and I'm one of those people that hates to read. I'll watch the movie. I was on a flight to see my daughter in Florida. I put the book on my kid, I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh my God, same thing. And then the captain came on and said, oh, we're about to land in Tampa. I'm like, no! I can read some more. So words cannot describe how proud I am of her and how happy I am to see her come out of that darkness, because she was there.
And I didn't realize that when I was like, you were with Tiger Johnson, because I remember you, and you were like such a shy, sweet little girl, and Tiger was like, Tiger Johnson. And I thought, what an unlikely pair, but you probably changed his life
Yeah.
as much as he changed your life too.
Several people at his service, family members, said that they had never seen him as happy and as open as he was when we were together. So we had a very positive effect on one another. We definitely, there was a purpose in us coming together. And I like to look at it as he came into my life for whatever brief a time it may seem to some as being a little over 3 years. But we did so much in that time that it's enough to last me a lifetime. I will never not feel loved by him, ever, ever. All I have to do is turn, when I lay in my bed, I have a picture of him and I on the wall, and I look at that smile, and it reassures me. Because I can just picture him standing right there next to me, whether I can see him or not, and smiling at me that way. And as I stand here and hold this book, this physical manifestation of my dream and my goal right here in my hand, he had everything to do with it. I'm very proud of my work, you know, and I didn't write it for accolades. I didn't write it for awards or anything like that. I genuinely wrote it from a place of love, just to help someone else. So everything else that's coming along with that, the praise and the beautiful comments and everything, that's just like the icing on the cake for me. It really, truly, truly is. Because, I mean, I know how it is when you're grieving and you feel like you're the only one in the world that ever felt that way. And then you flip through pages and you're like, oh, I did the same thing. I felt the same way, you know. It's very validating. It's very, very validating. going to write another book. I haven't really started. I'm still formulating the ideas in my head. With me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so, I have to get it right, what direction I'm going in. And then once I set my mind to it, I'll sit down and the words will just flow. But yeah, there will be another book. Thank you so much to everyone in this room. Really, my heart is just overwhelmed with joy for having you all come out tonight. I know it's a Monday night, everybody's got a busy life, but you made time for me, and I really, really appreciate that. And I love everyone in this room for coming out tonight and listening to me speak and finding out that I can speak. My kids know I can speak, but anyway, thank you so much. I
Thank
love
you.
all.